providing vision. Kumbaga, hindi siya in terms of KP, laging nandoon. Lagi mo siyang mararamdaman. Sabihin na natin medyo less in terms of farming, pero I can only say, TDZ, na yung impact ni Unravel, especially pag nakakakuha siya ng mga Johed or Rafaela. Kaya nga, tignan mo yung ban ng Bren Esports dito, heavily targeted si Unravel.
Disable Ravel. Alam mo, Rob, I completely agree na sinabi mo kanina eh. Lagi siyang merong pang check. Lagi siyang nandun sa core hero, which is si Chu, na nagbibigay sa kanyang sustainability, especially kapag meron siyang Rafaela, and always checking the brushes every single time para mag-provide ng information sa Work Auster Force. So respect sa side ng Bren Esports dito, again giving the or removing rather the bans or the heroes of Unravel. Pero ang sabi ng Bren Esports, Selena.
Yes, this is a few specialty, diba? With time and time again, nakikita natin yung early impact ng Selena. Pero I would like to point out, Work Auster Force, they get two of their most comfortable picks sa mga recent na mga series nila. Itong Benedetta ni Trimmer TC and this Farsa of Kuzey.
Nako, si Kuzey, since nakikita natin since yesterday na ang Farsa hindi na siya nilalagay sa mid lane.
Hindi.
Binupunta na siya ngayon sa gold lane. Tingin ko, sa power spikes kaya yun, Rob? Or sa itemization timings, no?
Power spikes indeed. Kasi like, for example, you put it on the gold lane, so magiging mas mabilis yung clock of destiny mo na pagbuo. Not only that, is yung Farsa kasi, parang ang bilis lang niyang mag-clear ng sarili niyang ng wave. Then, pwede siyang mag-wings by wings para tumulong. Doon sa, mobility-wise, pwede siyang makasama kagad sa mga team fights. So, going back here for Bren Esports, they have this Granger and as well with Barats. And we all know how this works. Okay? So, Granger from Carl TZ, magiging aggressive ang Bren Esports and as well with this Selena. So, it's good na binan ngayon dito ng Work Auster first yung Popol and Kupa kasi most likely yan ang magiging hero ni Lasty. So, this leaves Bren Esports dito to a point na pwede silang mag-tank Chu, wherein gamit na gamit dati pa ni Lasty. Or, they could pick a different type of a tank dito on the side of Bren Esports.
Which is really good kasi meron na rin tank ang Work Auster Force and they will go for the Kufra, one of the best CCs. Kasi lahat ng mga skills niya, disable, lahat CC. But looking at Bren Esports now, removing the Kagura, since they understand na okay, magiging Kosei Farsa to, so they need to have another hero who can contribute or pwedeng mag-dish ng damage sa backlines ng mabilisan.
Yes, it was RTZ, the one na gumagamit ng Kagura para sa Work Auster Force. Well, Work Auster Force, sabi nila, ayaw nilang ibigay ang tank Cho ni Lusty. Pero kung iisipin mo rito, kung magbaban ka pa ng hero for Work Auster Force, Lunox, I'm about to say yung Lunox. Kasi, kumbaga, mapapansin mo rito, heavily targeted yung mga heroes dito ng, I mean, the single player from Bren Esports. This is RTZ on these two heroes, pero ang sagot nila, sabi nila, bakit namin ibibigay ngayon yung Chang-O ni Kuya Ribo?
Kung pwede naman natin gamitin yun against kay Ribo, di ba?
Alam mo Kuya TDC, parang sabi ng Bren Esports dito, ready sila na ibigay ang Chang-O na to. Or rather, itong sagot ng Hayabusa na to, kailangan maging maingat dito ni Kuzey. Kasi kung bakit, of course, laging malayo yung minions. And for that position, kayang-kayang mag-pick off ng isang Hayabusa, specifically with squishy mages katulad ng Farsa.
Yes, and nakikita natin yan every single time na iikot lang yung Hayabusa when it comes to team fight. So yun yung magiging sagot nila against those artillery ng Work Auster Force. Plus, meron pa silang Rafaela sa side ng Bren Esports, Kuya Rob. So, anong talaga to? More on high impact plays. Makakita tayo ng aggressive play from Bren Esports.
For sure. Early to mid-game centric type of lineup coming from Bren Esports. Ang bilis din ng rotation nila dito, TDZ. Given that this Rafaela together with the Granger, tapos few, yan na yung parang magsiset ng tempo So, right at this point, Work Auster Force, they have these two nukes. Coming from the Farsa, coming from the Chang-O, meaning hindi sila basta-bastang mapupush. Because they could definitely clear minion waves. Meron pa sila ritong Benedetta together with this Lancelot. Nako, action, Jackson talaga ang early game natin dito, TDZ.
Makakita tayo ng early team fights or early skirmishes sa dalawang teams na to since aggressive ang paparehas na playstyle or draft ng dalawang teams natin dito. Lancelot, I really like it. Access sa may backlines using the puncture kapag kaya niyang itahi yan. papunta sa likod. And also,
Wala natin masyadong minimension dito si Flap TZ. We're in the Barath. Look at his first item, dalawang healing necklace. Agad, that only means na talagang magsisteady lang yan doon. Sasabayan niya lang yung Benedetta sa may top lane.
pati nakikita natin yan every single time na mayroong Barats. Iiwan, magiging static lang siya dyan. Gagamitin niya yung kanyang so-called teamwork para makakuha ng big guy stacks. As we head into the game, ladies and gentlemen, 4 kaagad na miyembro ng Work Auster Force dinidisable or at least sinusustain yung middle lane para sila makakuha ng Little Wanderer. Pero Rob, nakikita natin dito sa side ng Bren Esports, they're just taking their time
Yes.
na mag-farm since gusto nilang agad i-enable si Carl TZ using his Granger.
Hindi rin kasi nila kayang sabayan yun eh. I really like how work, madalas ginagawa talaga nila yon na tatlo yung nagki-clear kagad sa gitna para sila ang makapag-secure ng Little Wanderer. Pero, well, Bren Esports,
Uy!
Carl TZ, getting pick off by Trimar TZ.
Nahuli siya agad ni Trimar TZ and that's a good start para sa side ng Work Auster Force.
Ang masama pa nun, sakto yung kuha niya dun sa purple buff. So this is a time na nasayang para sa side ngayon ng Bren Esports.
Oh my! Bren Esports, nabigyan kaagad sila ng isa. Pero kaya bang snowball, kaya bang gawing starter ng Work Auster Force itong klaseng advantage as the early game? Pero nakikita natin yung positioning ng Work Auster Force RTZ going for the Chang'e and also a little bit of aggression here sa side ng Work Auster Force still up against Flap TZ.
Yes, and to answer your question kung magagamit ba yung pag-pick off doon kay Carl TZ, yes, indeed. Kasi mapapansin mo, ini-invade na ngayon dito ni Chu. Given na mas mauunang level 4 na nga rito si Chu, mas magiging maganda yung positioning dito ng Work on the first turtle. Kung papansin mo, halos yung 4 na members nila nakapalibot na doon sa turtle, pero ang ganda ng pala kay Trimar.
Ang ganda ng pagkaka-eye to eye doon ng Benedetta. Pero mukhang magsisimula na naman ang laban. Meteor Shower ginamit ni RTZ to force things back. Unravel, muntik pa siyang mabuhay. But with the Soul Eater from Few, they will secure the kill and also get the turtle sa side ng Work Auster Force.
Oh, luckily, TDZ, na nagkaroon ng a little bit of misplay doon si Unravel na medyo napalalim siya. Lapit doon sa may bottom lane. Meanwhile, si Selena naman is nagpa-farm doon sa gitna or rather nagki-clear ng minion wave. So, sobrang perfect ng timing and this is one thing na magugustuhan mo talaga whenever you have a Benedetta kasi you always have the chance to cut the lanes and from there, pwede kang mag-invade ng jungle ng kalaban nyo.
Ang bilis din kasing mag-clear ng wave dito ni Benedetta, yung Phantom Strike niya plus again,
yes.
Sword Intent combo, ang bilis makapag-push and that gave them or gave Trimar TZ na mag-rotate dun sa may purple lane earlier.
But still, TDZ, Bren Esports, they may have lost some of the objective. Pero kung titignan mo yung gold,
Humahabol pa rin. Dikit na dikit pa rin.
Sobrang dikit ng gold dito. And this only shows na nakakasabay. Kumbaga, Bren Esports know their power spike. Hindi pa sa ngayon. Hindi mo muna nila sasabayan yung aggression na ngayon na ginagawa ng Work Auster Force.
So more on waiting for the power spike or sa tamang momentum si Few. Tinamaan ng arrow si Trimar TZ but with this mobility, tinamaan ng missile is expert. Muntik din ma-sidestep yung arrow but with the so-called teamwork, Flap TZ makakuha siya ng isa pero dito sa middle lane, Rob. Carl TZ and the rest of the crew from Bren Esports just forcing a lot of issues here sa side ng Work Auster Force.
Grabe, bayad na bayad yung mga pana ni Few. Look at that. Talagang in-anticipate niya na laging nagka-cut lanes doon yung Benedetta. And not only that, kahit yung tinamaan nila sa gitna, Carl TZ, hindi nagdalawang isip. Ginamit niya yung kanyang Death Sonata regardless na hindi niya mapapatay. Ang mahalaga doon mapauwi nila. And they could potentially get a vision on the map. Kumbaga sila yung kailangan talagang mag-set dito. Look at this, even Flap TZ, zoning out the members ngayon ng Work Auster Force. Gustong i-secure ng Bren itong turtle na to, TDZ.
But with the feathered airstrike, matatamaan yata sino makakuha ng turtle. And the turtle will be taken by Bren Esports. Meteor Shower, mukhang hindi pa rin enough yung damage. Unravel, hindi niya na-proc yung kanyang ultimate. But Trimar TZ still alive. But with the Rhapsody sa pool, sa ulo. At matutumba dito ang side ng Work Auster Force.
Wow! That anticipation coming from Flap TZ. Alam niya na tatalon si Unravel doon sa may backlines ng Bren Esports going to the Granger. So once na pagpasok doon ng bola, kinain niya agad.
Talagang timing na timing.
Yes.
Ang parang symphony of skills.
Hindi ko nga
ang
alam,
Bren Esports,
hindi ko nga alam paano nasubo yun ng dinosaur, yung malaking bola na yun eh.
Isipin mo yun? Di ba parang kung merong yoyo,
Mind blown.
mind blown.
Mind blown,
Ibang klase talaga ang performance dito ng Bren Esports. And from that fight, sino na ngayon ang lumamang sa net worth?
5-1 ang score natin dito at 5 minutes na ibaliktad na agad yung tempo ng Bren Esports against Work Auster Force. Yes, na first blood nila si Carl TC, pero nabawi na nila ngayon yung lead na yon.
Yup. At nakikita natin Bren Esports na waiting patiently dun sa my side brushes, waiting for a pick-off. Yun din naman ang ginagawa ng Work Auster Force, pero makikita natin they're also giving time for Chu to get his at least one more core item para mag-ready sila sa next team fight. And 6 minutes pa lang toro, pero nakikita agad tayo ng action sa side ng Bren Esports. So yung ba yung tinatawag mong power spikes na hinihintay ng Bren Esports?
Posible dahil si RTZ dito mapipick up ni Flap TZ. And not only that, kung titignan mo yan dito sa mapa, nagpalit yung dalawang side lanes dito ng Work Auster Force. That looks like Bren Esports.
Dalawa yung tinamaan dito ng Rage. Pero kinain, Detonas winelcome ni Flap TZ, si Unravel. And that's a 4-4-1 exchange. Lumalayo na naman ang lamang ng Bren Esports against Work. Tingnan mo ba, men, yung mga small pickups na yun talaga yung dumadagdag sa factor ng Bren Esports.
For sure. And not only that, yung continuous invade na nagagawa ng Bren Esports, and another turtle will be secured here by Carl TZ. Pero ang nagiging sagot ngayon dito ng Work, since hindi ngayon sila makasabay sa team fight against Bren Esports, is nagbabasag na lang sila. And this is a good anticipation coming from this team. Dahil nakuha nila ngayon yung Torres sa ibaba, and 3 TZ, siya ngayon ang magiging X-factor ng Work Auster Force para mag-force ng reaction from Bren.
So, guguluhin yung
Yes.
playstyle ng Bren Esports. That's the role of Trimar TZ.
Kasi kung iisipin mo, Kuya TDC, hindi rin naman kayang basagin yung mid kagad din. Even the top lane. Ngayon, dito pumapasok yung dalawang mages ng Work Auster Force. Pero ang sagot dito ng Bren, puwersahin natin. Pero sanay ang Work Auster Force sa ganito eh. Look at that. The positioning of 2 mages dito, Feather Airstrike para linisin yung top lane. And look at that, RTZ using the Meteor Shower para hindi makapag-push ang Bren Esports.
Kinokontrol ng Work Auster Force ang lane equilibrium ng Bren para makahanap din sila. Para at least ma-control yung aggression ng Bren Esports. Perfect analysis dito. Pero look at Kose. Wings by wings paalis sa may tier 1 turret, pero ito yung hinihintay ng Bren Esports, magkahanap ng opening para ma-takedown or mas mabilis sila makapag-invade ng jungle. A little bit of skirmishes happening here at the top lane as Work Auster Force disengages since nakita na wait lang, Bren Esports, 4 silang nandun din yung mga core heroes nila, kailangan natin mag-back off onte.
I really like what Bren Esports is doing right now, TDC. Sila, nagpo-force sila ng team fight. Hindi sila nagre-react kung saan nagsisplit push dito sila 3 TZ, and even pinapasok nila sa ilalim na mismo ng Torre dito sila Kuse. Kasi kung papatagalin mo tong laban na to to the point na halos na nakiklear lang ng mga mages dito ng Work Auster Force, makakabawi in terms of itemization dito yung Benedetta and even this Lancelot. Pero right at this point, this is a 5,000 lead coming from Bren Esports, and Flap TZ, grabe na yung kunat niya dito with a Curse helmet and a Sky Guardian helmet as well.
Mas makunat talaga, hindi natin makikita si Flap TZ na uuwi, pero nagkaroon na naman ng kill dito si Carl TZ taking down RTZ, at momentum na naman ng Bren Esports. Sila makakuha ng turtle since wala tayong nakikitang reaction from Work Auster Force.
Wow, TDC, this is almost a perfect, kung hindi lang na first blood doon. That is the first and only kill ng Work Auster Force. And just like that, Bren Esports, nag-snowball sila ng matindi ngayon dito, and Chu got pick off in the process.
Kita mo naman kung gaano katapang si Flap TZ. Minamama niya talaga dito si Kose. And Rebo from the backline, shadow kill. Nag-force ng flicker para kay Kose. At magdi-disengage ka agad safely ang Work Auster Force. Pero si Chu na take down for the next 14 seconds. So alanganin, kaya pala nagiging aggressive lalo ang Bren Esports.
Oo, 3 TZ trying his best to clear the minion waves dito sa gitna. Pero hindi enough yun dahil nabasag pa rin yung outer turret, even with a Feather Airstrike coming from Kusei. So right at this point, EDC, Bren Esports know their winning condition. Kailangan lang nilang basagin at basagin dito ang mga tore ng Work Auster Force to the point na mapilitan sila na ma-choke out ng mga resources. Kumbaga, kailangan nila ngayon gumawa ng mga risky plays. Like, Trimmer, TZ, mapipilitan siya ngayon ditong mag-segue to the point na baka mag-pick off siya.
Yun din yung game plan ng Bren Esports. Sige, ayaw nyo lumabas, hindi kayo makakalabas ng base. Sa amin lahat ng jungle minions or jungle creeps. At yeah, I completely agree. Talagang si Trimar ang aabangan nila dito sa mga side lanes kung sakaling magpo-force ang Bren Esports ng another skirmish.
And look at the itemization from Carl TZ. That Berserker's Fury. Kahit sino sa mga members ng Work Auster Force, kayang-kayang tunawin. And with the help of Flap TZ yan, the TZ brothers, tignan mo naman kung gaano kakunat yan.
Aray.
Sky Guardian, Curse
May
Helmet, Athena Shield, Dreadnought Armor. Kahit sino pa sa Work Auster Force, hindi nila kayang tunawin ngayon si Flap TZ.
Pati wala rin silang burst na mage, no? Tulad ng Lunox. Kasi ang ganda rin ng pagkakaban ng Bren Esports ng unang part pa lang. And for you to take down Flap TZ, you need to expend at least 2 or 3 ultimates. Mag-burn ng 3 ultimates para lang ma-take down to. Pero alam naman natin, sa playstyle ni Flap TZ, yes, there's some point na I will absorb the damage, pero pag unti na lang yung threshold ko, baka kaunti, hintayin ko yung Sky Guardian na helmet na mag-proc.
Yes, and just like that, wow, TDZ, hindi nakakahanap kasi ngayon ng magandang initiation dito. Sila Unravel with the Scoopra and Trimar, TZ. Ito yung kalakasan ng isang Hayabusa against a Benedetta, specifically if you're going against a 1v1. Lalo na naka-execute yan.
Oo, exit, tas meron pang high and dry.
Yes.
So kaya mas mataas yung damage. At sabi mo nga kanina, Rob, nung una pa lang, ito yung kailangang iwasan ng work, si Ribo, na merong Hayabusa. Kasi glass cannon nga naman talaga mga heroes ng work dito, and with just 1 shadow kill na merong max stats.
Nakita mo yung ginawa nila Flap TZ. RTZ was just trying, or rather Kusei was just trying to clear the minion wave. Pero the moment na gamitin niya ang kanyang feather airstrike, sumasagasa, rumaragasa doon yung dinosaur ni Flap TZ para kainin agad doon yung ibong Adarna.
Yep. At talagang nasa momentum na ang Bren Esports, mga kaibigan. At nakita rin tayo nung off-cam kill earlier na si Ribo nakakuha na naman ng takedown para kay Unravel. Pero look at how fast Bren Esports are doing it.
Medyo sneaky na yung mga galawan dito ng Work Auster Force. It's a good attempt coming from Chu, getting the orange buff dito ni Carl TC, kaso hindi siya nakaalis agad. This might be a free Luminous Lord for Bren Esports.
Hindi mako-contest ng Work Auster Force. Nakikita naman, ginugulo kasi ni Ribo doon sa may mid lane.
Yes, and there's no point of contesting there as well for Work since na-pick off nga nila doon yung jungler ng Work Auster Force. And this is gonna be a disaster for the whole squad. This is already an 11,000 lead as early as 12 minutes plus a Lord.
Plus a Lord, at mamaya-maya may kita natin yung Lord mag-push sa top lane. Anong kailangan gawin dito ng Work Auster Force? Kailangan ba nila mag-play defensively? Or at least mag-force ng pick-off para at least manegate yung pushing power ng Bren for the next wave?
Kung papansinin mo si Carl TC, hindi na siya nag-resort to like Hunter Strike. Diretso na agad. Malipik roar, basag kung basag.
Bibilisan talaga kaagad ng Bren Esports now. Split push ang sabi ng Bren Esports dito. Top lane, mid lane. Pero kita mo naman yung damage si Carl TC with the Malefic Roar. Tingin ko mga 3 o pang-4 na attack niya pa lang yun sa turret.
Yes, and kung nag-proc pa doon like yung critical, yung pinakadulo nung kanyang bala. Pero look at that.
Oh, Meteor Shower. Flap TZ, half HP na naman. Pero sobrang bilis lang din naman ng cooldown ng Meteor Shower, pero given the fact na na-force out mo yun out of the way para sa Bren Esports, malaking bagay since mahihirapan silang mag-push back. Wala silang magandang isa pang wave clear sa side ng Work Auster Force.
You know what, ADZ? For Bren Esports, sabihin na natin they are on the number 4 spot at Group A ngayon. Pero what is with this team? Na yung mga number 1, yung lagi nilang pinupuntirya. They won against Blacklist, now they're going against the number 1 of their own group. At grabe, sobrang snowball ng laro nila dito.
The straight killer. Yan ang ng Bren Esports.
The number 1
killer.
Oh
Kung
my.
sino yung nasa taas, yun ang aming pipupuntirya. At yun din yung pinapakita ng Bren Esports. Yes, this is not an illusion. 14-1, mga kaibigan. At yung 1 na yan, yun pa yung early game kill ng Work Auster.
Yung first blood kay Carl TZ.
Yung pa yun.
Nagalit si Carly. First blood ako, tol.
Hindi pwede yun. Hindi pwede walang bawi. Sabi dito ng ni Ribo, feathered airstrike plus the Meteor Shower, RTZ and Kose expending all of their ultimates. Pero walang tinamaan. Enough lang yun para ma-push back yung creep wave. But Work are doing the best that they can para lang makahanap pa ng isa pang opportunity na makahinga.
For sure. And you can say na sobra na ang lamang dito ng Bren Esports whenever you see a Holy Crystal sa isang Selena. That only means na sobrang farb na lahat ng mga members dito ng Bren Esports. So what is it for Work Auster Force? Paano ba ang bawi nila dito? Ating alamin ngayon.
Hold that thought, mukhang kinuha ng Benedetta, or rather, ng Benedetta again ng isang buhay ng Bren Esports. Ribo, top lane, meron siyang quad shadow so he can just disengage safely.
Yes, kailangan pa rin maging maingat dito ng Bren Esports. We still have 2 mages that could potentially clear minion waves. And a good attempt yun ha. Kay Ribo, muntikan niyang mabasag kaso hindi tumagal yung buhay ni Flap TZ under the base turret on the bottom lane of Work Auster Force. So right now, the safe play for Bren Esports is either they freeze the lane and wait for the second lord, or probably get a pick-off na nagagawa nila time and time from the abyssal arrows ng Selena Nephew.
Yep, at yun ang kailangan nilang gawin. Pero mukhang umabante dito si Unravel, hindi tumama yung kanyang ultimate. At nagkalabasan ng ultimate dito, last T siya magiging target. But look at the damage, the stun from Few. Dinisable niya si Trimar TZ at buhay na naman si Carl TZ.
Oh my, TDZ, yung bottom lane, hindi pinapauwi ni Few. Ngayon yung mga members dito ng Work Auster Force, mukhang mababasag na. Yung base turret, kailangan nilang lakarin to dahil hinahabol sila ngayon ng mga members ng Bren Esports. And to be honest, to TDC, that was a good initiation coming from Work. Muntikan na rin nilang ma-pick up doon si Carl TZ. And I really like the play of Work Auster Force. Sabihin na natin, lugi sila, egol sila sa ngayon. Pero nakikita mo yung yung puso they are really playing to win. Kasi kung hihintayin na lang nila na kunin ang Bren, yung susunod na Lord, tapos magde-def sila and just kumbaga wishful thinking yun Mas maganda yung sumasapa ka kahit nahihirapan ka.
Lumaban ka hanggang huli. Yun ang sabi ng Work Auster Force. Yes, and I completely agree. Nakikita natin talaga na kaya nilang pwede silang sumugal Alam mo yung mga risky plays?
Yes.
Yung medyo delikado, pero ano nga naman ang pwede mong gawin kapag lamang na yung Bren Esports? Again, looking at the net worth, almost, we're about to hit the 20k advantage ng Bren Esports. But showing the strength, or at least the resilience of Work Auster Force dito, pumapalag pa rin talaga sila.
Kailangan ipantay ng Bren Esports. Kailangan magsabay-sabay ng mga minions dito from the top, from the bottom lane, kasama yung Lord sa gitna. Kailangan hindi nila maklear to. Kailangan sumabay. Pero look at Trimar TZ. Already cutting the lanes on the top lane para hindi sumama-sama lahat ng mga minions sa gitna.
Kitang-kita mo naman Meteor Shower na gamit na, plus the Feathered Airstrike. Sinalo lang ito na lahat. Tulad ng pagsalo ni Kosei doon sa arrow, he'll be able to flicker out.
Why?
At magiging successful siya. Unravel, muntik pang mamatay. Pero si Carl TZ, trabaho lang. Doon tayo sa main inhibitor. Pero ang Lord, buhay na buhay pa rin. Bren Esports, nakahanap naman isa mga gandang opportunity to take down the main inhibitor, main base ng Work Auster Force, and Bren Esports will secure game 1. And
pagka sweet ka sa airmats mo, may something. Ay, alam na. Pero
ano namang kasalanan mo? Parang ganun mangyayari. Pero as we head back to the game, ladies and gentlemen, game 2 draft ng Work Auster Force versus Bren Esports. And this draft is brought to you by Smart. Work Auster Force, again, ayaw pa rin nilang ibigay yung Eve at Nakuha na. Matilda Airlines.
Yes, pero so Bren Esports did actually ban the Selena. It's not because na gusto nilang makuha. It's more on Work Auster Force also uses the Selena wherein RTZ. Pero for Work Auster Force, they banned the Barats kasi yun nga yung nagpahirap sa kanila kanini. Halos tinangke lahat ni Flap TZ yung mga damage from the arsenal ng Work Auster Force. And right now, Bren Esports gets the Benedetta together with the Popol and Kupa. Ang bilis ng pickings natin ngayon, Kuya TDC.
Totoo. Pati makikita mo dito yung kung ayaw ibigay ng Bren Esports yung Selena, meron pa rin silang isa pang hero na almost the same yung mechanic with the Popol and Kupa. Pero
eto na.
Mukhang napa-inda ka dun sa pagkakita mo Chang
si Kuya Ribo yan
Kuya Ribo naman pala.
Si Kuya Ribo, nakuha na yung kanyang paboritong hero, yung Chang.
Sabi nga natin, Tol, kanina nung pagka-start pa lang ng game.
Ano yun?
Ribo. Chang'e wins games.
Chang'e wins games. Para sabi ng Bren Esports dito, wala nang patumpik-tumpik pa. Tapusin na natin to. Pero well, for Work Auster Force, they're also getting yung mga comfort picks nila. Of course, ito dito pa rin yung Farsa ni Kusei, and of course, the lapu-lapu dito ni Trimar TZ. So right now, nagkakaroon ng in terms of banning naman, medyo tinanggalan nila ng Lancelot. So para hindi makasabay sa early game.
Yeah, pati mahirap yan kung sakaling makuha ni Cartesi yung kanyang Lancelot.
Yes, of course, not only that, itong Granger, binan ngayon ng Bren Esports. So what's gonna be the choose hero dito? And that's gonna be the Claude, and this might be the first time na makita natin ang Hilda under Work Auster Force.
Wow. Control agad ng jungle ang mangyayari dito sa side ng Work Auster Force. Since hindi pa naman pinapakita ng Bren Esports yung kanilang main core, but that gives them the idea na okay, kailangan natin makipagharapan, we need to control the map as early as possible. Pati yung si Hilda, kapag nakakuha siya ng magandang stacks or ng early stacks, isa siya sa mga pwedeng makapag-burst kaagad.
Tingin mo ba this is the alpha play coming from Bren Esports, or this is a YSS perhaps? Pero parang bitin ako sa YSS, Kuya TDC.
Ang strength kasi ng alpha, meron siyang true damage and slow. So, posible siya sa side ng Bren Esports because they're up against a really tanky hero, but this will be a
This is definitely a Carl TZ going for the Benedetta. And this is, of course, Lusty's favorite tank as well. Itong tank show nito. So, right now, we are looking into Work Auster Force na manggugulo ngayon sa jungle ng Bren Esports. Pero, kung papansinin mo, ang hirap din manggulo, especially pag may kalabang kayong Popol and Kupa eh.
Matatapakan mo lahat ng mga... Tingnan natin kung kaya nga bang ma-force ng Game 3 ang Work Auster Force or tuluyan na nga bang ito 2-0 sweep ng Bren Esports ang Work.
Yes, that's a good question. Will Work be able to force a game number 3? Pero right at this point, I am really liking, kahit hindi ko masyado nakikita yung buong mapa, yung that anticipation coming from Flap TC na sumama doon sa gitna. And ang plan kasi nila dito, TDC, is to secure the first Little Wanderer, wherein hindi nila yon nagawa during game number 1. And at sa current draft ngayon ng Bren Esports, kumbaga, mas mahihirapang mag-contest ng objective dito sa early game ang Work Auster Force.
Yup. Nakikita agad natin dito na gumagawa ng paraan ang Work Auster Force para magkaroon at least ng control sa early. Pero kita mo naman kung gaano kasakit yung damage ng Popol and Kupa. Pero mukhang tinamaan din ang Curse Crow.
Wow.
Plus the 2 combo dito ni Kosei. And Work Auster Force will get that first blood. Pero si Rebo naka-exchange din naman. Concussive Blast para kay Lusty, not enough to take down RTZ. Yung Soul Blue, muntik pa nga na ma-take down si Lusty doon. But with that flicker, he's able to disengage.
Yes, and I thought ang mamamatay doon was actually Unravel because of the poke na ginawa nila Few and as well with Lusty. But ang ganda ng backup ni Kosei. That's one of the reason bakit sila ang nakakuha ng first blood. Fortunately, hindi na-invadean si Carl and as well nakabawi doon yung Chango ni Rebo.
Yeah. At meron pa siyang Impure Rage, so hindi niya kailangan umuwi actually. So kaya niya makipagbakbakan kay Kosei as early as possible. And also the Meteor Shower para pang-clear ng wave. But however, Unravel na naman ang magiging next target ng Bren Esports. Pero alam naman natin, Hilda pa rin yan. Makunat at makunat pa rin talaga yan. Pagpasok niya lang sa brushes, magpuproc yung yung blessings niya. So,
kailangan lang naman maging maingat ni Unravel dito eh. Pero looks like Bren Esports, di na sila maghihintay pa. Kunin na nga ganito, they are well positioned to get the first turtle. Alam din ng Work Auster Force na hindi mo na nila pwedeng sabayan ang Bren as early as this. Dahil kailangan pa nila ng items kay Chu, kailangan pa nilang ma-secure yung mga, at least yung mga first core items na kanilang side lane. Pero may bawi naman sila, they took down Rebo on the bottom lane.
And the bottom lane, they will. Kosei, mukhang hindi ata siya makakapag-wings by wings. Kinagat kagad siya ni Kupa, disabling him and giving another score for Bren Esports.
This is a much better game compared to what Work Auster Force had during game number 1. Nakakasabay sila dito given that yung kanilang lineup is someone na merong Claude. Wherein, alam natin na kailangan pa talaga na makapag-farm. And yun yung malaking bagay nung nawala yung Selena ng Bren Esports. Hindi sila ganon ka-aggressive katulad nung ginagawa nila nung game number 1.
And ang ginawa nila more on, yes, merong aggressiveness, merong unting aggressiveness, pero hindi na ganon katulad ng game mo na parang almost sumasalubsob na sila. Kosei. Oh, tinamaan ng Wave of the Dragon, pero enough ba yung damage dito. Plus the Meteor Shower para ma-secure yung kill Hindi binigyan ng pagkakataon si Kosei ng lumipad. 1-2-1 ang current standing at na-burn niya rin yung kanyang flicker from that engagement.
Oo, and that was secured kasi nandun din yung Popalin Kupa eh. So, sabihin na natin hindi mapaperfect doon ni Lusty yung kanyang Way of Dragon. Kaso nga lang, sakto. Nandun din yung bite, of course, ni Kupa. And together with the Meteor Shower, secured ngayon yung kill for Bren Esports. And so far, tempo-wise, it look like Bren Esports medyo magaan ang laro sa kanila na to.
Magaan na nga rin ang ikot ng Work Auster Force. Pero yeah, nakikita natin dito yung Bren Esports na talagang nagiging reactive. O sila din mismo ang gumagawa ng mga plays. So almost bigayin lang din ng opportunity dito. Kung sakaling kung sino mag-initiate, sila yung agad yung makakalamang when it comes to fights because they have the burst capability as well. Pero talking about burst, Kosei securing another kill here at si Ribo ang mapapatumba sa side ng Bren.
Nadadalawahan na si Ribo doon, TDZ.
Oh,
Pero
man.
another turtle fight.
Oh, Electro final blow. Sino makakakuha ng turtle? And that will be Carl TZ gamit ang kanyang Benedetta, 3-mar TZ with a nice stun. But hindi pa rin enough yung shield to protect against two members ng Bren Esports. RTZ trying to chase Flap TZ. Pero meron siyang quick sand guard.
Si Few.
Upo muna siya. Pero si Carl TZ, si Chumo ang siyang hinahabol dito. Carl TZ, again with the feathered airstrike. Enough! Yung damage. Carl TZ is down. And Kosei with a nice assist. Kosei sinusubukan niya i-body block at steal rather yung purple buff gamit ang Meteor Shower ni Ribo. Pero magandang engagement. Sino lumamang doon?
Well, parang balikan lang din, DDZ. Well, I can
eh.
say that Bren Esports definitely won that engagement dahil na-secure nila yung turtle. Pero nakakuha ng consolation naman dito si Kosei. Diba? Getting a pick off on Bren Esports. And right now, and that was definitely Carl TZ. Kahit pa paano, nahahalt nila yung progression nitong Benedetta na to. And mind you, TDC, si Chu, hindi pa siya namamatay dito. Sabihin na natin wala pa siyang nakukuhang mga, or rather objective, or even itong wala pa siyang napapatay. Pero tuloy-tuloy ang farm ng Claude na to. And somehow, itong Claude na to ang magiging problema ng Bren Esports going into late game.
Lalo kapag nagkaroon na siya ng items. And looking at the items here, 3-mar TZ, meron na siyang Bloodlust Axe, so mas mataas na naman yung lifesteal niya. So meron ding opportunity yung Work Auster Force na makipagsalpukan kaagad with that item. And talking about item here, Demon Hunter Sword, but look at Unravel. Sinusubukan niya makipaglaban sa tatlo. Meron siyang flicker out, and Chu with the Blazing Duet. Not that much damage. Si RTC sinusubukan niya i-take down si Ribo. Almost half HP from that Soul Bloom. Pero Work Auster Force, meron silang opportunity to play aggressively, pero ang Bren Esports absorb, parang calculated nila yung damage output ng Work Auster Force.
Oo, and alam mo TDC, yung ginagawa nila Unravel and RTZ, they are just buying time to the point na makapag-farm si Chu, and sobrang libre. Actually, uses Blazing Duet doon sa gitna, and as well, getting all that energy, or rather yung turrets doon ng Bren Esports. So, ngayon, ang ginagawa ngayon dito ng Work Auster Force, just holding the line, just give enough time para sa mga damage dealer nila. Even 3-mar TC, confident na ngayon siya dito.
Yep, sobrang confident niya with the Festival of Blood additional lifesteal at nagkaroon tayo ng engagement dito sa may bottom lane. RTC will secure that kill using the Soul Bloom. Pero si Few ang magiging next target dito. Bite M. Kupa ang naging sagot ni Few, but Flap TZ will be the ones going to secure that kill. Turtle fight na naman. And also with the feathered airstrike, muntik niya ma-take down si Few, pero enough pa rin damage, and the turtle will be taken out by Carl TZ. Carl TZ magiging main focus ngayon, pero Carl TZ hinabol din si Kosei. Kosei, he will go down sa kamay ng Flap TZ. The TZ brothers taking down Tun, making the play side ng Bren Esports.
Ang daming naging mali doon sa side ng Work Auster Force. Even Kosei was about to kill Lusty dung pag-face check doon ng Cho, pero hindi kinulang pa. Even with a single normal attack, hindi niya napatay doon na Cho, just right, flicker out. Tapos yung backlanes ng Bren Esports, hindi nila in-anticipate na ganun yung damage na rito. So, right now, Work Auster Force, medyo nababawian sila ngayon ng Bren.
Nabawian nga sila ng Bren ngayon, and with that, Lusty will be taken out of the play for the next 15 seconds. Pero lumalaban pa rin yung Work tol
Definitely.
Talagang naghahantay lang din sila na, okay, kailangan lang natin i-endure yung first part of the game. Pero kapag si Chu nagka-item na, meron siyang Raptor Machete plus the Demon Hunter Sword. Mas siguro isa pang item. On top of that, pwede na agad silang mag-engage. Since medyo maaga pa rin naman, Rob, it's just 8 minutes. Pero talking about momentum And talking about the tempo, Bren Esports ang may hawak nun.
Oo, pero kailangan nila maging mindful dito at EDC. We've all known, of course, Claude is definitely gonna scale on the lane. And not only that, even Kusei, napansin ko yung damage ng kanyang Feather Airstrike kanina. Just by 2 pops, kayang-kaya niya na kagad na makapatay ng mga squishy lineups dito from the Bren Esports.
Yeah.
Pero ang maganda lang sa Bren, yung aggression nila hindi humihinto. Talaga tuloy-tuloy to the point na ang Work Auster Force, kailangan nilang sumabay. And it all thanks to RTZ and Unravel kung paano sila nakakasabay ngayon dito sa mid-game. Look at the gold lead ngayon dito. This is what? 3,000 lead on Bren Esports. Pero hindi natin masyadong ramdam yun kasi ang ganda rin ng ng depensa ng Work.
Yep. And giving some space dito sa side ng Work Auster Force to at least find an opening. At yun yung magiging sagot dito ng Work Auster Force. RTZ taking out Carl TZ. Unravel ang magiging target. And few. Hindi pa rin enough yung damage up against a very tanky Hilda.
Ang ganda ng pick-off na yun, TDZ. And that was with the help of course, the support of Work Auster Force. And right now, walang jungler ang Bren Esports. And this is a good opportunity para sa Work na bumawi sa torre.
An opportunity they will have. Mukhang mahuhuli si Flap TZ. Shutdown. 320 gold ang makakuha niya. But the Lasty with the way of the dragon. Si Unravel na nakuha. But few, nagabang pa rin sa likod with the Popple Surprise na stun at na slow ang members ng Work Auster Force. And also a nice attempt from Rebo to use his Meteor Shower. Pero the other way around ang ginawa ng Work Auster Force. Dun tayo sa kabila.
Wow, medyo nagkasunod-sunod doon yung yung pagbawi ng Work Auster Force. Hindi pa naman nila nako-convert to into an objective, pero they are actually getting ahead in terms of map vision right now against Bren Esports. And like what you mentioned, medyo pagka hindi maganda yung positioning na Meteor Shower ni Rebo, parang kukulangin sa damage potential, sa damage ang Bren Esports. So, right now, kailangan maging maingat ng Bren yung kanilang pagpasok. Look at RTZ!
Ang sakit ng damage ni Flap TZ with the BOD. Pero si Lasty mo pumapasok sa loob. Way of the Dragon, na-cancel niya ang Feathered Airstrike. Ito rin si Flap TZ with the ultimate, trying to catch out Kosei. Kosei makapag-wings by wings. Si Chu naman nasa likod with the BMI, able to escape. Pero hinabol pa rin siya ni Carl TZ. Using the Electro Final Bro. Unravel ang magiging next target dito. But Carl TZ says no. Disengage muna tayo. Okay na yung takedown natin si Chu. And that is the second death para sa Claude ni Chu.
Grabe yung pag-sustain ni Flap TC doon sa gitna with a Desert Tornado and getting a kill, of course. Chu, this is a good strategy din coming from Bren. They could potentially take the Lord right now. Pero ang gusto nila, this is a much disciplined strategy. Linisin muna nila probably yung mga inner turrets dito or rather get a good position para mas makuha nila ng maayos itong Lord. Kasi at this moment, buhay na ngayon yung Claude. Bren Esports, they need to think twice if they would want to secure itong first Lord of the game.
Pero ang daming members ng Bren Esports na nag-aabang sa may Lord Pit. Kinamitan ng Bite M Koopa si Trim RTZ but not that much damage. Pero meron siyang control at least. Stun para kay RTZ. Feathered Airstrike ginamit dito ni Kosei. Not enough angle or not much AOE. Flap TZ still survives. Streamer TZ up against Flap TZ. Quick stand guard para makakuha ng HP regeneration. Carl TZ against the world. Kailangan makakatakas ba siya? Sabi ni Chu, hindi ka makakatakas. Not today. But Chu with the BMI safely getting out of the way as Work Auster Force getting a takedown or rather a shutdown para kay Carl TZ.
That was almost a good initiation coming from Bren Esports.
Oh! Wow! Nakakuha pa ng isa si Kosei with the last feathered airstrike. Natumba si Few.
Oh my, that was very unfortunate para kay Few. Pero I just would like to say, ang ganda ng anticipation doon ng ultimate ng Khalid Nung pag-circling eagle doon ni RTC, inabangan niya yung impact. Tumama doon, na-pick off kagad yung Matilda. Kaso nga lang, yung damage, we've talked about this earlier, TDZ, yung damage ni Chu. That's one of the reasons kung bakit halos natunaw kagad doon sila Carl TZ. And at this point, mukhang online na ang Work Auster Force.
Online na ang Work Auster Force at online na rin si Chu. Pero nagkakaroon tayo ng Lord fight. Almost half HP ang Lord sa ngayon. Pero ang Bren Esports umiikot sa may left side or sa right side. At ang Work Auster Force din ay nag-aabang na magandang opportunity. RTZ nag-sustain ng enough damage from the rest of Bren Esports. Feathered Airstrike ginamit na rin ni Kosei. But still, look at the position of Bren Esports. Again, with the respect from the damage output ng Farsa, umiiwas pa rin sila. Pero Rob,
Ito yung gusto ko kay Kusei TDC. Hindi siya nagtitipid ng ultimate from the Farsa. Kahit sabihin natin pampoke lang yung damage na yun, ito yung magiging susi nila para mapauwi nila isa o dalawang miyembro dito ng Bren Esports. And from that position, they could potentially take down the First Lord. Pero ito ang pinakamahalaga. Pag nabasag tong gitna, medyo mas magiging confident kayo ng Work Auster Force to take down this Lord. So right at this point, dikit halos yung gold natin, pero it's all about Work Auster Force getting the initiation. And look at that!
Ooh.
Feathered airstrike kay Few. Isang tama lang yung TDC, halos 3/4 yung bawas.
halos 3/4 agad yung damage ng Work Auster Force, at yun yung strength ng Work Auster Force dito sa matchup nila, especially sa next Lord fight. Ang bilis mag-cooldown ng Feathered Airstrike and also getting a lot of ground for the next team fight.
So ang ginagawa ngayon dito ng Bren Esports, they're trying to hold this outer turret in the mid lane. Carl TZ just going on the segue pushes on the bottom lane, pero alam ng work ito. That's the reason bakit nila kinakalampag itong Lord na to. Kasi it's either they go for the hero or pwede nilang tuluyan to. Look at the damage dito.
Wow.
Halos kalahati na kagad yung Lord.
Ganun lang kabilis na i-take down ng Work Auster Force dito yung Lord. But look at this. Few, tinatamaan na naman ng Feathered Airstrike. RTZ will be the target of Carl TZ. And the rest of the crew, look at Flap TZ. Hindi pa rin sila nag-aabang. Chu will be taken out. Inisa-isa ng Bren Esports, ang membro ng Work Auster Force, getting punished one by one. Isa na naman ang natumba sa membro ng Work Auster Force. 4-0 exchange sa side ng Bren Esports.
Sabi ng Bren Esports, wag na natin wag natin pakilaman yung Lord. Diretso tayo kagad doon sa mga squishy heroes. Inuna, ilisa-isa nila doon, yung Farsa, yung Matilda, even Unravel, hindi nila pinalagpas. And just
wow.
like that, this instant replay is brought to you by Oppo A94. Ating muling tunghayan kung ano ang nangyari. Look at that. Binabawas-bawasan ng Work Auster Force yung Lord. Sino ang magsa-start ng initiation na to? Look at onto the backlights. Si yung Few is actually going for RTC. The Feather Airstrike, hindi nila na-pick off doon yung Popol and Koopa. On the backlights, ginugulo ni Flap TC. Si Kusei, that's one of the reason bakit hindi niya magamit yung kanyang ultimate na doon sa mismong team fight.
Pati ang ganda rin ng angle dun ni Meteor Shower ni Rebo at catching every members of Work na nasa loob ng Lord Pit. So parang trap. Nakakuha ng magandang trap card.
Exactly. And I really thought na magiging malaking factor yung pagtalo ni Trimmer with the Lapu-Lapu. He has the perfect bravest fighter. Sobrang brave niya. Ang problema, ubus na yung kakampi niya.
Malakas ang damage output ng Bren Esports. And kailangan din i-respect yung ng Work Auster Force, yung capability na kaya din mag-dish out ni Flap TZ ng that much damage. Again, ito rin yung Khalid na hindi siya yung fighter na Khalid makikita mo sobrang tanky lang. Pumapalag pa rin siya with the Desert Tornado. Feathered Airstrike, kinatamaan si Rebo. Pero nakakatakas pa rin ng Bren Esports doon. And si Lusty ang umabsorb mostly ng damage ng Feathered Airstrike at Work. Nag-aabang na naman sila ulit ng isa pang member ng Bren Esports na siguro pumasok dun sa may brush area nila.
Yes, but this ain't over, TDZ. That might be the first Lord na na-secure ng Bren Esports. But we still have to respect the draft of Work Auster Force. They still have this Claude. Sabihin na natin medyo nagkamali sila kanina, pero they can definitely turn things around with the damage that they have. At this point is yung gold lane, or rather members nila dito, may mga complete itemizations na dito. Even with this Chu, look at that. DHS, Golden Staff, Brute Force Plate, and ang gusto kong pinili niya rito, the Queen's Wings. And this is something he might magiging malaking vital part ito sa mga upcoming team fights ng Work Auster Force.
Kailangan niya rin kasi yung additional lifesteal pag nag-proc siya ng almost 50 to 60% threshold or 40% threshold. Kasi kailangan niyang smoke dun sa loob ng damage or rather sa area ng Bren Esports to get that blazing duet. Pero while that is happening, Bren Esports naka-pick off na naman si Unravel. Wala yung Hilda nila.
Hindi kaya na i-sustain dito kasi ang ginagawa ng Bren, they just simply focus on single members dito ng Work Auster Force, and most likely si Unravel yun kasi siya yung laging nakaangat kasi kailangan niya mag-provide ng vision dito for his team. So right at this point, look at that, even Fuel, binactor niya na yung base turret doon sa may bottom lane. So, well, Bren Esports, nasa kanila ngayon ang bola to play it slow. Almost 40 seconds in, lalabas yung susunod na Lord. Perfect positioning coming from the trap dito ni Few with his Popol and Koopa. And ang ganda ng abang ng Bren doon sa mapa. Pag may sumilip dyan, tunaw talaga.
Yatap ang sisilip
Pero
sa side ng Bren
naisip
Esports.
ko lang, ang hirap pala magtago, no, pagka meron kang kupa.
Oo, kasi si Kupa kasi
Ang
minsan
hirap ka-banding, lumalabas.
Oo.
Oh, wow.
Ayaw pumasok sa loob ng brush. Pero yes, nakikita mo naman yung positioning dito ng Bren Esports. Almost 5 members is nasa top part. Inaabangan lang talaga yung Lord. Pero meron na ring idea dito yung Work Auster Force since si Kosei sinubukan niya at nakakita siya ng itak na lumilipad. So it means na nandun yung mga members ng Bren Esports. Feathered airstrike!
Rebo!
Almost catching Rebo!
Wow. From downtown, that feather airstrike almost deleting the Chango of Rebo. Pero good attempt. Muntikan nila.
Muntikan pa rin.
Lalo na TDC, we are already approaching to the point na tumatagal na ang mga death timers natin.
TikTok timers nga naman sabi nila. Pwede ka mag-TikTok pag na-takedown ka.
Oo,
ng 20-minute mark
Mapa-
above.
Mapapaano ka ng mga when she comes in, mapapatingin ka na lang ng mga sumasayaw. Parang si Kuya Manjin mahilig sa ganon. Pero
Naku,
look
tol.
at this, here we go!
Tinamaan na naman ng Way of the Dragon plus the Meteor Shower para kay Rebo. Unravel. Not enough damage. Pero si Chu medyo sumasalubsob na iwan siya. Hindi naka-follow through yung Work Auster Force. At matutumba si Chu for the next 55 seconds. Saktong-sakto na din yung pagkaka-respond ng Lord. So wala silang retribution pero unravel. And also with the feathered airstrike from Kosei. Pero na-sandwich play ng Bren Esports ang members ng Work Auster Force. Pero with the ultimate from Platini. Three Martizi. Carl Tizzi trying to run away. Pero si Lasty din nag-aabang din sa likod. At mukhang si Kosei ang inaabangan niya. Merong immortality dito si Lasty. Pero makakuha ba siya? Mapapap ba nila yung immortality ni Lasty dito? But no. With the Shunpo. Bren Esports able to...
Grabe yung micro-handle ni DZ. Nakita mo ba yun? Pinaglaruan nila yung pader. Oh no, these two teams is really showing up. Carl TC, hindi ka pwedeng mapitas dito.
Hindi nga pwede. We can cancel blast with the mobility from Carl TZ. Makakatakas ulit pero si Lasty nag-umaamba. Ginagamit kanyang Jeet Kundo para lang magkaroon ng unting trap. Pero Rob, tinan mo yung top and bottom lane.
Oo, kailangan i-show muna ng Work Auster Force para mas magkaroon sila ng magandang positioning, opportunity to contest the next Lord. Kasi kung iisipin mo, hindi pwede rin kasing biglang i-fake Lord, sabay si Carl TC, biglang mag-sneaky play, sumegway, makabasag. Look at that. Almost lock item and he has already a malefic roar. Dalawa sa kanila. Even si Few. Ganito ka-farm itong Popol and Kupa na to. Kaya even unravel with the tank, ramdam niya talaga yung aso ni Few.
Ang sakit talaga with the bite M Kupa. Bukod ba dun sa stun, ang taas na rin ng damage output ni Few at nakakasamayo na rin siya sa mga squad niya ng Bren Esports. 61.9k. 62 ang Bren Esports, abang ang Work 59. Hindi naman ganun kalayo, pero talking about objectives, isang turret na lang ang naiiwan sa Work Auster Force.
At this point, TDC, goal doesn't matter. Ang pinakamahalaga dito wag kang mapitas. Isa pa is yung positioning mo. Kaya ito, alam to ng Work Auster Force na susubukan ng Bren Esports ngayon i-contest on Lord. Pwedeng kalampagin, tapos dumiretso sa hero. Even unravel, medyo malalim siya dito, TDC.
Si Flap TZ na-absorb yung damage ng feathered airstrike pero na-stop siya ni Lasty. Lasty ang magiging next target ngayon ng Work Auster Force. Pinapatakbo, but with the Meteor Shower, unravel, buhay pa rin, but si RTZ medyo lumalim. Hindi agad nakapag-follow through ang Work Auster Force. Si Chu is also exposed. Pero si Cartesi ang magiging main target dito. Chu still trying to catch out the rest of the members of Bren Esports. Pero si Cartesi with a nice jump. Raging slash. Popping the immortality of Lusty. Pero na-isolate siya ngayon ng Bren Esports. Ito na ang turn ng Bren Esports with the Way of the Dragon. Plus the Meteor Shower. Bren Esports taking down 4.
Pero okay lang yung TDC Kahit napitas nila doon si Carl TZ, halos mabubura naman lahat ng mga members dito ng Work Auster Force. And to mind you, meron silang Popol and Kupa na well-farm. Kahit wala sila ditong jungler, parang meron pa rin silang isang damage dealer na nagngangalang Few. Itong Popol and Kupa na to ang mukhang makakabasag ng base na to.
Oh my G! Bren Esports! Hindi binigyan ng pagkakataon ang Work Auster Force para makagante with this rematch. And this winning moment is brought to you by Head and Shoulders. Rob, mukhang swerte nga talaga yung sapatos, tol.
Mukha talaga. Kumbaga, ang ganda rin kasi ng pag-flank ni Carl TC doon sa backlanes. Talaga, that's one of the reason ko bakit nawala sa formation yung mga members ng Work Auster Force. Like, even sa Unravel, sobrang lumalim sa doon. Even RTZ. So, wow! Wow, what a performance coming from Bren Esports.
At kita mo naman talaga, kahit na-pick off si Carl TZ, yung ibang members ng Bren Esports is nag-step up. Especially si Few.
Yes.
Nakita mo yung pag-itemize niya. Diba?
Oo.
It's all about
Ibang klase
providing
yung aso,
assistance. Oo, men. Ngumangat-ngat talaga eh. Ngart-ngart eh.
Nyart talaga dong.
Oh my goodness. At tingnan natin kung ano ba masasabi ng ating resident analyst at si Midnight para i-take down itong Game 2 ng Bren Esports. Midnight, go ahead.
Ang masasabi ko lang, napakalupit